Hello, good morning and welcome back, my dear students. So, today we are going to start with a new chapter, that is metals and non-metals, which is chapter number 7. So, students, let's begin. So, let us see the learning objectives of this module. So, student, in this module we are going to discuss about the physical properties of metals. There are chemical properties of metals and non-metals, physical and chemical properties. But in this module, we are going to cover about the physical properties of metals. Students, before that, can you recall what are the three types in which the elements are generally classified? So, student, elements are generally classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Student, you all are aware that every substances on this planet is made up of elements. Okay. So, elements are nothing but the you already learned this in the chapter number 5th, that is inside the atom. So if you have missed it, you can check the link in the description box. So student, many scientists came to classify these elements. Why it is necessary to classify the elements? You know that if you go in a library and you need a book, for an example, you need a 8th standard book, science textbook, but in library there are many books. So if it is not arranged, if it is not classified the book according to their standard and subject, then it will be time gaining and even it will take some energy. Okay, if it is classified, so as soon as you want that book, the librarian will give you the book as soon as possible. Okay, in the same way there was necessity to classify these elements. Many scientists came and tried to classify these elements, but Mendeleev was the scientist who classified this element. This is the modern periodic table. Student, you can just see this table. This table consists of metals, non-metals and metalloid. Left hand side consists of a metals, red shaded portion, that is metals. Then right hand side blue shaded portion consists of a non-metal, and in between there's a metalloid, yellow color. Student, metalloid shows the property of both metals as well as non-metals. This periodic table is also classified into groups, into blocks. Okay, S block, D block, P block and F block. This you are going to learn in detail in your 10th standard. Okay students, so I hope this is clear now that your element is divided into metals, non-metals and metalloids. So in this chapter you are going to learn physical and chemical properties of metals and non-metals. So what are the metals and non-metals that we use in everyday life? So student, oxygen is used for breathing, which is a non-metal. Chlorine is used for purifying water. Potassium is used in fertilizers. Carbon, again non-metal, is used as fuel. Gold and silver are used for making jewelry. Copper is used for making electrical wires, cooking utensils, etc. Sodium is used as table salt. Table salt means common salt which we usually consume, etc. So these are the few examples of element which we use in our daily life. Students, now let's begin with the topic metals. As you all know that all objects or material in the world are made from elements, compounds or their mixture. Metals, generally gold, silver, iron, copper, aluminium, magnesium, calcium, sodium, platinum are a few examples. Metals have luster. Luster means shiny. The metals are hard. Wire or sheet can be from them made metal. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Metals lose their valence electrons to produce positively charged ions, that is cations. Now let us see about the physical properties of metals. Students, under ordinary temperature, that is room temperature, metals stay in solid state. Okay, they will be in solid state. However, metals like mercury and gallium are exception. Okay, mercury and gallium are exception, which are in liquid state even at room temperature. Okay, all the metals, okay, all the metals due at room temperature, okay, normal temperature, so it will remain in a solid state. Okay, but only the exception is mercury and gallium. They will be in liquid state, as you can see here, mercury and gallium. So student, this mercury is used in thermometer, whereas gallium is used in electronic devices. This is the use of this metals, okay, use of this element. As you can see, this silver, when you visit to a doctor, you just see that thermometer. It consists of a silver thing. Okay, that silver, when the temperature increases, it goes up. That is nothing but the mercury. Okay, and as I told you, gallium is used in the electronic devices. That silvery thing which you see, that is nothing but the gallium. Now let us see the first property, physical property of metal, that is luster, means shiny. Student, take copper vessels at your home. Scrub them with lemon and rinse with water. Observe the luster before and after cleaning. Light gets reflected from the cleaned or freshly cut surface of metal and the metal looks lustrous. As you can see before how it was looking dull, but after cleaning, that copper vessel was so shiny. So this shiny thing is called luster. Understood, student? Even you have seen aluminium utensil at your home, that is also very shiny. Shiny means lustrous. So this is one of the physical property of metal. That means every metals will have this property of shiny appearance. Okay student, I hope this you understood. Some of the metal showing lustrous property, for example copper, silver, iron, gold, this all metal shows shiny appearance, that is lustrous appearance. Students, few more examples of lustrous of metal, that is, as you can see gold, how shiny it is looking. Okay, shiny appearance. So this is the lustrous property. And even this iron coin, this is also lustrous in appearance. Next property is hardness. Students, generally metals are hard, not soft. As you can see here, this iron nail need hammering Okay, after hammering also it is not bending. That means it's very strong, very hard. So iron nail, iron is nothing but the metal. Understood? So it is not easily going to bend. Why? Because it is showing the property of hardness. But student, some of the exception case is there in this property as well. For example, sodium and potassium are soft and can be easily cut by a knife. As you can see how sodium, it is easily cut by a knife. As you can see how it is cutting. And even potassium also, it can be easily cut by the knife, because this is only the two metal which is exception, showing the property of hardness. Now next property is ductility. Student, have you ever gone to a goldsmith shop? Have you seen the goldsmith making a wire of gold or silver? So student, when a metal is pulled through a hole, its wire is formed. As you can see in this clip here in this picture, as you can see how this wire is formed. Okay, metal is pulled through a hole and wire is being formed. So student, this property of metal is called ductility. Understood? Metal which can be drawn into wire, जो मेटल को वायर में कन्वर्ट कर सके, उसे बोला जाता है डक्टिलिटी. एज यू कैन सी दिस इज कॉपर मेटल. ठीक है, वो ऐसा आता है एंड देन इट इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू अ वायर. तो ये प्रॉपर्टी को बोला जाता है डक्टिलिटी एंड दिस प्रॉपर्टी इज शोन बाय द मेटल्स. See few more examples of ductility of a metal. As you can see, this is a rod, okay, and this is copper wire, again spring, and this is a metal only which is wire drawn into wire and then it is used to make a design. Okay, so these all are showing the property of ductility. So now next physical property of metal is malleability. Student, take a iron nail, okay, iron nail or a gold foil, place it on a platform, okay, place it on any of the platform and keep on hammering it. Okay, just keep on hammering on this gold sheet. After some time you will see that this thin sheet is forming. As you can see here, thin sheet is forming. So this property is nothing but malleability. So student, basically metal which can be converted into a sheet, thin sheet, जैसे कि aluminium foil you have seen used for wrapping the food, okay, foodstuffs. So that is nothing but the thin sheet. That means that the metal is being converted into a thin sheet and this shows the property of malleability. As you can see here how the metal is converted into a thin sheet and even how this iron is hammered again and again and it is converting into a thin sheet. Next property is conduction of heat. Students, take a copper plate, fix some wax at one of its ends, heat the other end and observe what happens. As you can see, this pen is being kept on the flame, okay, but after some time, whenever you will touch that handle, okay, if that handle is not coated with the wood, ठीक है, वो वुड के साथ में अगर उसका हैंडल कोटेड नहीं है, वुड या तो प्लास्टिक, बिकॉज वुड एंड प्लास्टिक इज अ बैड कंडक्टर, मतलब इंसुलेटर होता है वो, तो वो हीट को ट्रांसफर नहीं होने देगा, ओके। बट इफ इट इज आयरन पेन, ठीक है, अब वो पेन अगर पूरा मेटल का बना हुआ है, तो आफ्टर सम टाइम व्हेन यू विल होल्ड दैट पेन ना, तो यू विल गेट बर्न, okay. Basically burn is there, flame is under that pen, but as soon as after some time you will catch that handle, you're going have the chances of burn, okay. So why this happens, students? Yes, this happens because metals are a good conductor of heat. That means there is a conduction, heat is going to travel through the metals, okay. So silver, copper and aluminium are the best conductors of heat. So student, when a metal is heated, there is a flow of heat from one point to another. This states that metals are a good conductor of heat, as I told you. See one more example how there is a flow of heat from one point to another. This indicates that metals are a good conductor of heat. So now we studied conduction of heat. Now we will see conduction of electricity. So student, can you tell which metals are used to make electrical wires? Any guesses? Yes, as you all are aware that aluminium wire and copper wire is used as a electrical wire. So student, metals are good conductors of electricity. Student, as you can see, there's a wire, okay, metal wire is used, aluminium or a copper wire is used to make the current flow through one point to another point. In the metals, there is a element is generally made up of proton, neutron and electron. So student, basically electrons keeps on moving, okay, it keeps on moving in the metals. That is why there is a flow of current from one point to another. That is why they are good conductor of electricity. Student, have you seen that in your home electrical switches are coated with the plastic, okay, plastic or wood? Why student? Because that is a bad conductor of electricity, that is insulator, okay. Bad conductor is nothing but the insulator. That means electricity is not going to flow there, okay, it is going to stop the flow of electricity. So metals are generally good conductor of electricity. Next we will see density of matter. Student, here I used images to make you understand better. Student, as you all know, there is three states of matter: gaseous, liquid and solid. So as you can see this smiley face, this is nothing but the molecules, okay, of that matter. Gaseous substance consists of a molecule far away from each other, okay. See, as you can see, far away from each other, बहुत दूर दूर है उसके molecules. That means it is highly energetic, okay. So उसका density क्या होगा? Less होगा, okay. Why? Because it is highly energetic. उसके दूर दूर molecules हैं. Next you will see liquid. Liquid के थोड़े बहुत molecules nearby हैं, okay. So that is, it will be having density more than the gas, okay. And the last one is solid. Its molecule is tightly packed. As you can see how intermolecular force is between them is very strong. Okay, very 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 strong. They are tightly packed with each other, so they show a more density. Okay, more density. So solid will have the highest density than liquid, and liquid will have highest density than solid. I hope you all understood this. So student, metals, as I told you, they are solid at room temperature. They will be having a high density. Sodium, but the exception case student, sodium, potassium and lithium, they are the exception cases. Means they have lower density than the water. The density of lithium is only 0.3 gram per cc. Now let us see melting point and boiling point. Student, first let us understand what is melting point and boiling point. Student, melting point basically the temperature at which the solid melts to become a liquid. Okay, जैसे कि ice, after some time it will melt, then it will become water. So that is the temperature at which it start melting to water is called melting point. Okay, now boiling point, the temperature at which a liquid starts to boil. ठीक है, if you keep a water for boiling, ठीक है, जैसे ही उसके अंदर बबल्स आना स्टार्ट होता है तो वो जो टेम्परेचर होता है उस टाइम का, दैट इज द बॉइलिंग पॉइंट ऑफ अ सब्सटेंस. I hope you all understood what is melting point and what is boiling point. So generally metals have high melting points and boiling points, but few exception cases are there. For example, those exception cases are mercury, gallium, sodium and potassium. So next topic is sonority. Next property is sonority. So student, what is the metal that your school bell is made up of? Have you ever think of that? Yes student, the metal which is your school will be having is generally made up of iron. So how does a bell is function? So bell function when a small inside there's a ball. Okay, that ball will strike to the bell, then it is going to ring. Okay, so generally the ability to produce a sound when struck. So metals are sonorous. They produce a specific sound when struck with a hard object. Students, let's summarize now. We had learned about physical properties of metals. What are they? They are luster, hardness, ductility, malleability, good conductor of heat, good conductor of electricity, density, melting and boiling point, and sonority. So student, I want you to do a small assignment based on this module. Complete the following table. Identify the odd man out. Gold, silver, iron, diamond. Ductility, brittleness, sonority and malleability. Carbon, bromine, sulfur, phosphorus. Brass, bronze, iron, steel. Next, answer the following questions. Copper and brass vessels are cleaned with lemons. Give the physical property of metals. What is ductility? What is malleability? So student, today we will stop here. In my next video, we are going to cover some more interesting topic of this chapter. So student, if you like my video and you want me to make interesting video, So please do like, share, and if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe my YouTube channel. Till that, student, take care. Thank you.